Good evening, everyone. I'm Barry Fear. Welcome to Sunday. It is the 19th of December today. As 2021 is drawing to a close, or should I say, as 2021 draws to a close, I'd like to bring you a selection of videos which I produced throughout 2021, and I hope that you enjoy them. Before I present the following video to you, I'd like to tell you how 2021 has gone for me. Well, 2021 has been a mixture of frustration, but I won't go into that. My highlights for 2021 have been making YouTube videos for you viewers to watch. Being on a current affair for the Veggie Pods and being on the Hall of Fame for Boccia. Well, when I say the Hall of Fame, I was inducted into the Hall of Fame for Boccia earlier this year or later this year. In fact, it was the 4th of this month at Homebush, and I now have the video for that. So, on the 27th of November, I was on television for a current affair, and then the following Saturday, I went out to Homebush to be inducted into the Boccia Hall of Fame. So, a massive end of year, and guys, I have really had a fun year bringing the videos to you throughout 2021, and I can honestly tell you that 2021 has been like a roller coaster ride, like the ride that you see at the amusement park, like a roller coaster. So we've been locked in, out of lockdown. We had our freedom back, but unfortunately on the 16th of June is when the cluster began again. This time with an unvaccinated driver and their crew. So 2021 has certainly had its ups and downs. And on the 8th of October, I presented my last edition of the Daily Wraps from here. So, before I do sign off and say Merry Christmas to you all, I have a couple of more videos to do before 2021 is out. So guys, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being with me throughout 2021, and please do enjoy some of the footage that I'm about to present. So I will see you at the end of the show with my closing. I'm Barry Fear. The time is now 25 minutes before 6. And before I do present the video, and guys, a massive storm swept over Sydney today, bringing down trees and power lines. So if you do have to go out, please be careful. There will be more on the storm in 9 News tonight at 6 o'clock. So I better get this video presented, otherwise you won't have it up on YouTube. So enough of me jibber jabbering about how the year is gone. I better get the video up and running. So I will talk to you later. Well, good evening everyone, and this is a special episode of 232, okay? And unfortunately, Sydney has gone into the full-scale lockdown again, starting with tougher restrictions now. The message that we'd like to give to you tonight, watching episode 232, please don't go out.
Stay at home.
Stay at home. And if you need any essentials delivered, then do you really need to go out of your house? No, don't do it.
Don't go. Stay at home.
And this is in big capital letters, people. You've heard it from the man's mouth, my mouth, and
my mouth.
My mouth. So if you are caught disobeying the rules during this difficult time, like the people out in the west have done, in the east, there will be big trouble, and the police have been out all day today, patrolling the streets out in the west. So please, if we people on the northern beaches can stay home and abide by the Premier's orders and Dr. Chan, there's no reason why you idiots out there can't do the same thing. Have you got anything?
No, I think you've said it all. You said all the important things.
So please.
What's the main message?
The main message is, if you are working in a group home, such as this
one,
wear your mask
properly.
Wear your mask properly, okay? Otherwise, it is a $200 fine if you are not wearing it, okay? And the most, just going over the news again, 44 new cases popped up in the past 24 hours to 8 o'clock last night, okay? And that is a very...
How shit is this? Did you make this?
I did.
Oh, wow.
and please,
Our future is bright.
our future is bright. Okay, so if we all can do this, I'll just wear the crown so I can
I'll put it on your head.
put it on my head there.
Alright, you ready?
Okay, our future is bright, so don't think that the future isn't bright, ladies and gentlemen, because it is.
Yeah.
Okay, the lockdown won't last forever, so please don't go and have an anxiety attack. If you feel you need to talk to somebody, there is lifeline there,
Can they talk to you as well?
and they can talk to me, but I am quite verbal enough. Okay, so the number for lifeline is 131114. But if the situation is critical, ladies and gentlemen, ring 000, but only ring that number if you have an emergency. Don't be a fool with that number, because the wrong call that you make to 000 guys can cost someone like me their life or my offside again. Okay, so just before we do head off into the evening and the weekend,
Should we do a dance?
and we are just about to go, but before we do, say goodnight to you. I don't want to say it's a very disappointing time, because the government is doing what is right, and I'm sorry for you people who don't think the same way and think all of this lockdown is a joke. Well, let us tell you something here. It is not. The government, the doctors, Dr. Kerry Chan and Gladys Berejiklian is doing what is right, and the ministers there. So keep pumping out those news conferences, guys. Okay, so we know that it has been a very tough and frustrating time, but the future is not that bleak, guys. Once all of this is nipped in the neck, I don't want to say nipped in the butt because it's a bit inappropriate. So once this is all over, ladies and gentlemen, you can go back to a normal life again and do the things like go out
And dancing.
and dance, but for the moment, like a helicopter, it is idle. Okay, so please be patient, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we are not trying to stop you from trying to plan things, but the way things are at the moment, it doesn't look good. Okay, so on that note, have a good Friday night, and I will talk to you sometime during tomorrow. And have you any closing message?
Stay at home. Is that good?
And don't flout the rules.
And you will have a bright future.
And you will have a bright future. So it is not a hard order to obey, ladies and gentlemen. Please stay home. don't go out of your house. Please don't do that unless you've got to go to work in accommodation. And on that note, it is time for us to say goodnight, and I will see you tomorrow for episode 233. Good night. Welcome back, everyone, to the show. It's coming up to 3 minutes to 11. And this opening part of the show now, today's show, it's going to be about Easter recipes. And we have one right here for you viewers to have a look at right now. And joining me in the studio, as usual, good morning, Cass. How delicious does that cake look?
Good morning, Barry. Oh my God, viewers, you are in for a treat today. So this, as you can see, is a delicious Easter cake. So something that you and the kiddies and all the family can get into making and then enjoy eating together.
So we'll just go through the ingredients for you, and here they are.
Okay, so we have, for the cake layers, we have 4 cups of self-raising flour, a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 2 cups of caster sugar, 8 eggs, 500 grams of melted butter, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence. For the buttercream icing, we have 250 grams of butter, softened, 3 cups of icing sugar, and 2 tablespoons of milk. To decorate, for the eyes and the mouth, we have fondant. So, method. For the cake, step 1, we preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 160 degrees if it's fan force. Step 2, we sift the flour, cocoa and sugar into a large bowl before adding eggs. Add the melted butter and vanilla essence. Whisk with a hand mixer or whisk until it's lump free. Step 3, divide mixture evenly between 4 greased and paper lined round spring form cake tins at around 20 centimeters. Bake for 25 to 35 minutes or until a skewer inserted into the center comes out clean. Leave in the tin for 10 minutes before releasing and cooling on the rack. For the buttercream, use an electric mixer, beat the butter in a large bowl until pale, gradually adding the icing sugar and milk until combined and thick. Step 2, stack the cake discs with a thin layer of icing around 1 centimeter between each. Spread remaining icing over the top and sides of cake, stack, then smooth over with a palette knife. Then refrigerate to harden the icing. To decorate, step 1, use fondant to create the eyes, lashes, nose and mouth. Make bunny ears from white and pink cardboard and attach with bamboo skewers. Insert bunny ears into the top of cake. So, here you have it, viewers, our Easter bunny cake.
Now, another recipe we'd like to share with you is carrot biscuits.
Okay, so we have some great biscuits here to decorate. Once again, another great family activity to do with the kiddies, or just if your big kiddies want to have fun as well. So you can make the biscuit dough, or you can actually use Arnott's plain milk arrowroot biscuits. So, to make 1 portion of the icing, divide into 2 portions. Use a little food colouring to tint 1 portion orange and 1 portion green. Spread the orange and green icing over the carrot biscuits, set aside. Tint the remaining icing orange, a shade darker than the usual orange. Place in a piping bag fitted with a 1mm plain nozzle. Pipe lines over the carrot biscuits and decorate the tops using yellow writing icing and set aside. Now for our Easter chick biscuits, for which we're at the top. So you can once again use the milk arrowroot biscuits. Make 1 portion of royal yellow icing. Use the food colouring to tint half the icing yellow. Spread the biscuits with the yellow icing and then set. Tint half the remaining icing yellow and place in a piping bag fitted with a 1mm plain nozzle. Pipe the wings and feathers on the biscuits. Tint the remaining icing orange and place a clean piping bag fitted with a 1mm plain nozzle. Pipe the beaks and feet on the biscuits and use the black writing icing to make the eyes. Set aside.
So there you have it, viewers, from the Coles magazine. A couple of Easter recipes for you and the family to enjoy and try. And why don't you do something with the hot cross buns, guys? Now, as you can see, there are delicious hot cross buns. So why don't you and the family get together and make a delicious filling for the hot cross buns? Here's my outsider.
Oh, I love hot cross buns, Barry. Nothing sets Easter aside like a delicious, warm, hot cross bun with melted butter.
But you can't just take them on your own. I'll just get my outsider to show you the front cover here. Look at that. Doesn't that look divine? And hot cross buns, grab a packet now, pop them in the toaster or under the grill for your breakfast on Good Friday. So we urge you viewers out there that are watching our show today to make up these delicious recipes and we would like you to try these recipes. Here's my outside.
Absolutely, Barry. We've got some great recipes in the new Coles Easter Showstopper book, so feel free to grab one when you're doing your groceries.
And also, while we have you viewers watching out there today, we urge you to go out and get the Kellogg's Cocoa Pops Golden Gay Time. They are really delicious. Here's my outsider.
Well, I'm yet to try that, Barry, but I think that's a delicious Easter treat that we should absolutely try.
And also today we'll be talking about the celebration of Smith's chips. Now, you remember last year on the show we did talk about Smith's, and we might close our show with that. So another trip down memory lane is coming right up right now. You've been watching the Easter segment. The time is 11:05. It's Tuesday, March the 9th. This is Barry and Kath with you. Well, good evening, everybody. It's nearly 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here. Barry here in the studio with you on this Monday night. I'm glad that you had a wonderful Easter out there and celebrated Easter Sunday with the resurrection of Jesus. Well, this is episode 185, well, 186 now. I did 185 yesterday. Well, joining me now in the studio, good evening, Kit. Welcome to you. Happy belated Easter.
Thank you, Barry. Likewise to you, happy Easter. And something that I picked up when you mentioned in your talk about the resurrection of Jesus Christ. That's a great point of Easter. But yeah, thank you all, and it's always good to be back to the studio. Barry's always welcome us to be here. Yeah, great to be here, and then we'll continue our video, and then we'll talk to you guys more about Easter, about good stuff that Barry's all ready for you.
Well, Easter started on Good Friday, along with the double demerit points. Okay, now the double demerit points, guys, they end at 12 midnight tonight. So if you or your passengers are caught not wearing your seatbelt, using your mobile phone, texting whilst driving, that is your license, totally. Here's my outsider for his opening sequence on this.
That is so true, man. Barry's talk to you about Easter weekend and the double turmeric point, guys. Whoever thinks stupid or silly on that weekend, this week or the past weekend, and then you go drink drive or break the rules, we're sorry. Your license will be ripped.
And then you will have to find other forms of transport, guys, to get around. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy for you, but hard for you, hard for your family to figure out your transport to work or wherever you go, it'll be hard for you, man.
So if you do the wrong thing, like I've just said, goodbye license, goodbye car, and perhaps goodbye to your job. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, that's the main, very important thing that Barry said. Lose your license, you lose your job. Wow, that's a good thing. But hey, guys, stay safe. Don't be silly and do that. Today is the last day. If you think of, you're gonna drink and drive or you wanna do something silly, please don't do it. Today is the last day.
So please get home safely to your family after a long weekend, because like we've said on many of the episodes that Kid and I have brought to you over the years, your family and your loved ones are waiting for you. Here's my outsider.
Yeah. Everybody are waiting for you at home. You just drive safe, stay calm, and then don't drink and drive. Just go home and be peaceful.
Because if you drink and drive, guys, you're an absolute idiot. Here's my outsider.
That's right, Barry. That is so true.
And IDIOT, and please have some money aside for a taxi, okay? Because if you lose your license, guys, you are forking out a lot of money to get cabs and public transport. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, you will struggle. You don't know if your license will be suspended for how long. Maybe go for 3 years, 5 years. But guys, don't be silly. Don't be silly, guys.
So please, we can't say this enough on the show. Don't be an absolute idiot on those roads. Please. Like the accident the other day, which claimed the life of a couple of people at the Bory Lakes. Which brings me on nicely. Don't drive too early in the morning or late at night, because that's how fatal accidents happen. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, especially when right now, if you are coming back from holidays, Easter holiday, please drive safe, don't speed, just stick to the limit, and then, try to get home safe. Please encourage other people as well to drive safe while in the road.
So don't be an idiot, guys. Don't ram up the back of someone else and after you've been drinking. Please be sensible. Think of your loved ones, okay, because they are waiting for you. We can't say this enough. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, that's right. It's don't play this stupid game. Just be calm, collect, and go home. Don't do such stupid thing. Just go home.
And we all know that you like to go away for weekends and with school holidays. Please, if you want to go away, travel safely to and from your venue. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, that's right. Especially now, is it a school holiday, Barry?
Yes, it is.
Yes, plan your holiday well, and then just drive safe, and especially on the weekend and the holidays and the Easter holiday, the road will be crazy busy coming in and out. But yeah, try to stay safe.
On Thursday night, I talked about preparing to go to the Easter show. Now, if you are going to the show, guys, get there nice and early. Find out when the first bus will be in the morning, because you can look up on your websites when the first bus is and where it will pick you up in your area and drop you off. Because Kevin and I mentioned this when we talked about the cricket. Okay, so leave home nice and early to get a good day at the show and purchase your tickets online. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, we know this is the busy for Easter show. Like Barry said, if you're gonna get public transport, you're gonna get up early and get the bus or train. But you gotta look up, plan your day ahead. We know the Easter show will gonna be expensive, buying ticket and food and stuff. But if you plan your day well, you'll be good to go.
And if you can't afford to buy takeaway food out of the show, guys, I will pause that just a moment. Welcome back, viewers. Sorry about the interruption there. As we were saying, getting to the Easter show, make sure you know how to get there and how to plan to get there. Here's my outsider.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's what you do first before you start driving to your destination holidays or
The Easter show.
oh, I mean the Easter show. Yeah, that's what you do. You gotta plan ahead to make sure the weather is good. Make sure you pack your lunch or take some water with you. Yeah, that'd be great.
So anyway, the Easter show can be fun, but like I've said, In many of the videos I've brought to you, don't go and punch someone's lights out, because it is assault. Here's my offside.
Yeah, because people is not a punching bag.
We have also said this on many of the shows, the episodes, and please, guys, don't act like the idiot and go bang, 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 and then knock someone unconscious at the show if you've had too much to drink. Here's my offside.
Yeah, because remember, this is an environment for the little kids. You know, they don't want to see any violence. They don't want to see any abusing. They just want to have a good time and enjoy a full time.
Now, here's the closing sequence. We thank you tonight for joining us on Easter Monday night, coming up to 7:15. Now that daylight saving has ended. I was speaking to Doug Charlton, who was one of my former presenters. Offside is here on the show years back. But to close the show tonight, as always, do not ring 000 unless you have an emergency. We always close the show with each episode with that. Here's my offsider to warn you about the consequences of ringing 000 and what could happen if you make the wrong call to 000. Here he is.
Thank you, Barry. Yeah, we always tell you guys about 000 because it's very important that the message to come across the board because you know the 000 number is a number that save people's life. You know, only in an emergency. But if you thinking of playing around or call 000 for nothing, please, we encourage you not to do that.
Because you won't have the ambulance coming, you will have the police. Here's my offsider.
Yeah, that's it. That's you know, that is no good. Please listen to Barry and I. We tell you about 000, very important number.
And it's not a toy, guys, so please, with school holidays as well, parents, if you're watching this video, please teach your child and tell your child when to ring 000 and when not to. Don't have the phone near them so they can make stupid prank calls. Here's my offsider for his closing message on this before we say goodnight to you.
All right, thank you all for watching and listening to us. Um, I encourage you look after your family and please the 000 that we want you guys to be aware of. Please don't call 000 unless you have a family critical condition or anybody in need of help.
So please don't go, arr, arr, and it's the boy that's cried wolf, isn't it? Because they won't believe you. It's like the boy who cried wolf. So only ring 000, guys, if you've got an emergency. Tell them the exact truth I'm the problem. Okay? Don't be an idiot and call for a stretcher when you don't need one. The same with the fires and the police, guys. 000 saves lives. They are not a chit chat line. If you need to order a pizza, dial for a pizza. If you need a taxi, dial for a taxi. And this is where Kip and I would like to end this Easter Monday night by saying keep 000 for emergencies. Don't be a fool with that number. And just a reminder that double demerit points is still in place until midnight tonight, guys. And try to get home safely. Otherwise you will go bang. Here's my outsider to take us out with that message.
Yep. Thank you all, and we appreciate you listening to us. And here we go, we 000 again. Please don't call the 000. And hopefully you guys have a good week. And you, Barry, have a good week.
And we'll see you again on the next episode.
Yep.
And the next episode will be on Anzac Day.
Yep.
So that's all coming up on the next episode. So episode 180, 86 is now concluded. Episode 187 coming up tomorrow, then episode 188 coming up on Wednesday. So until then, from Kid and I now, it's a very good night to you. We hope that you had a lovely Easter out there. And here's Kid to say good night now.
Thank you, everyone. Hopefully you have a great night tonight. Chill, relax. And thank you for watching and listening to me and Barry. Everybody have a good night, and we'll catch up soon. Probably Wednesday night. We'll catch up and have a talk. And thank you all for listening to us.
And a very good night from all of us. And for those that are in the hospital or not well, we wish you a very speedy recovery. And for those that have moved on or doing some study, we wish you very well in that. And good luck to those that are moving on, and welcome those that have just started. But from us now, good night, Kit. Good night, Australia. Good night, Oceania. Good night, Doug. Hope you're watching from Queensland, and I hope to see you up there soon. Good night, everybody. The time is 22 minutes past 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Good night, everybody. Have a great sleep. Good night. Good morning once again, viewers. Welcome to Cremorne Wharf, and we're here now to begin our adventure on the ferry. And joining me now on board the van, good morning to Steve Wood. To you again, welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, we've got the gun spot right opposite. Let's just show you. There's the wharf. And here we are, Barry.
So it's a beautiful day, like I said earlier. So we're going to take you on a journey with us, or come on a journey with us as we tell you about the famous Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Okay, so we'll get moving and you can do an update from the ferry wharf there, Barry, I think. Yep.
Okay, let's go. Our last topic today on the show is Smith's Chips. Now, you remember last year we brought you the history of Smith's? Well, we're about to take you on a trip down memory lane once again. And Smith's is celebrating 90 years. Would you believe that? 90 years in Australia. So, Smith's began its life in 1931. Okay? Now, an inventor called Frank Smith invented Smith's Chips, and like we said, there are many flavors of Smith's Chips you can buy on the market today, such as salt and vinegar, cheese and onion, chicken, sour cream and chives, barbecue flavored, okay, chicken, cheese and onion. There are so many flavors out on the market, out on the supermarket shops today, and the new sausage sizzle, tasty cheese, and smoky bacon. So if you're in the supermarket, ladies and gentlemen, grab a packet now of the limited edition Smith's Chips. Here's my outsider.
Smith's Chips, Barry. Who doesn't love a good crispy flavoured chip?
And also, we talked about last year when we were talking about Smith's, okay, Nobby's Nuts, burger rings, twisties, you name it, we talked about it. So, from 1931 to now, Smith's Chips have been Australia's favourite for all that time. And if you remember the Gobble-Doc ad from 1987, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you do, where Gobble-Doc hides in the supermarkets and grabs all the Smith's Chips off the shelf and goes, chippy, chippy, chippy. Ah, chippy. And do you remember the saying, life's pretty straight without twisties? And what about CC's, ladies and gentlemen? Do you remember CC's? I'm sure that you do. Cass, what's your favourite flavour of CC's?
Oh, Barry, I don't like cheese, so I don't eat any flavoured CC's other than the sea salt version.
So, next time you're in the supermarket, ladies and gentlemen, grab a limited edition pack of Smith's Chips, tasty cheese, sausage sizzle, or the smoky bacon. Here's my outsider.
They sound delicious, Barry.
So, Smith's, we know that you love them. Okay, go ahead. Celebrating 90 years of Smith's Chips, and Nobby's Nuts as well. Okay, so go ahead, buy some Smith's Chips today. the limited edition, ladies and gentlemen, available in Woolworths now. So we urge you today on the show to go and get a pack of Smith's flavored chips, the limited edition. I'll just give you the 3 flavors. Now, the tasty cheese, the smoky bacon, and the sausage sizzle. So celebrate with Smith's, ladies and gentlemen, because Smith's, we know you love them. Love them. Here's my offsider.
Sounds delicious, Barry. I might have to grab one of those special editions in my groceries this afternoon.
So go ahead, grab yourself a packet of Smith's chips, the limited edition, guys. Find them in the chips aisle and go ahead and grab the Kellogg's Gaytime Cocoa Pops. Find them in your cereal aisle 2. So when you're out shopping, treat yourself to new Cocoa Pops Gaytime Cocoa Pops, Find them in your cereal aisle and treat yourself, ladies and gentlemen, to the Golden Gaytime ice cream. You will love it. Find them in the freezer section where the ice creams are, because we really do urge you today to go and find those 2 products that we've spoken about today on the show. So we really would encourage you to treat yourself to those 2 items that we've spoken about today. And Kath, what an exciting morning we have had, talking about Easter and what it has meant to us. Well, the recipes. So, Kath, will you try and make those recipes?
Absolutely, Barry. I'm looking forward to trying the cake as well as making some biscuits with my kids over the Easter holidays.
So, leading into our closing segment today, ladies and gentlemen, do have a lovely day today, and just to take us out, do go along to Bobbin Head today, any time of the week during the school holidays. And the Easter show is coming up too, ladies and gentlemen. But remember, if you are planning a big day out, please, leave nice and early, catch the bus there, leave the car at home to save you stressing over a car park, because hey, there's no point in stressing over a car park when you want to get out and enjoy the show. It should be great this year, and before you do go, write a list of what show bags the kids would like to buy. Make sure you set aside some money, guys. Get your tickets now. Get out there, enjoy the show. And this is where we'd like to end the show today by saying have a great day. Thanks for joining us in the studio today. And Kath, what a great show it's been.
Absolutely, Barry. Viewers, I hope you've enjoyed our shows. Looking forward to talking to you soon.
And we look forward to talking to you next week when we go out and about again. So from Cass and I now at nearly 16 minutes past 11 o'clock here. Thank you for your company this morning on the show, and we look forward to catching up with you next Tuesday morning on the show. And remember, if you are driving, be very careful. Okay, we will give you a reminder about that as the Easter break is approaching. Okay, and this is just been a little bit of a flavour, but we'll give you a bit of a flavour, guys, as the Easter break approaches. So from Cassandra and I now, it's a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us on the show today. Here is my outsider for her farewell now.
Thank you, Barry. Thank you, viewers. What a great show it's been. Looking forward to getting chatting about our new shows and upcoming locations next week. Happy weekend, everybody.
And happy Tuesday to you, wherever you've been watching, and thanks for your company. I'm Barry Fear. Join me tomorrow at home for another fun-packed episode. Until then, I wish you a very good morning, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining us on the show. Bye-bye. Our closing segment today is about fish and chips review, and let us tell you viewers out there, and city workers and businessmen, you will love it. $13.80 for fish and chips. You can't go wrong. And to tell us more about that, good afternoon, Steve Wood.
Hey Barry, so yeah, Barry selected the crumbed fish and chips from Key Seafoods. We can now highly recommend. $13.80, you won't get a better bargain than that in Sydney Circular Quay. And what a great lunch to have with a fantastic background.
And I've got a Mount Franklin spring water for an extra $3.50 on top of that. So.
Yeah, nice cool water to go with your fish and chips, Barry. Excellent choice.
So why don't you get on the ferry today, viewers, and explore this marvellous area in Sydney. Look at that. Here's my offside.
What a great place to come and just while away a few hours, I reckon, Barry. nothing better than just wandering around this great city of ours.
And most of the restaurants, ladies and gentlemen, are closed due to the COVID. Here's my offside.
Well, I think a lot of them have opened again, Barry, but it's because of the lack of tourists. Remember, this is a highly affected by tourists, this area. So, of course, because there aren't any, there's, 5 people, 8 people in the restaurant where it would normally be full. It's a real shame, but let's hope for better things ahead.
So we hope that you've enjoyed our program today from Circular Quay, and hope that you will join us on our next adventure. And it's time to draw episode 215 to a close. Before we go, thank you to Stu for coming on the show. Here he is.
Always a pleasure, Barry. Glad to get out and about, and look forward to the next episode that I managed to appear in.
Well, don't forget you've got next week, and then
That's right.
and we say and we hope that you will join us again on our next adventure, but we'd like to say before we go, like I said at the beginning of the show today, if you take your rubbish in, dispose of it in the bin. Here's my option.
Yeah, so we did that. We found a smart bin, actually, one which is powered by the sun, Barry, I found out. So it composts the material you put in it. So it can fit 6 times as much in it, it says. So there's no excuse for not disposing of your rubbish.
So don't just pick up your rubbish and go, here's my option.
That's right, do the right thing.
And if it's not in the bin, guys,
It's
on you. So don't be a tosser and litter our waterways or the ferries. Here's my option.
That's right, definitely keep your rubbish away from the water because it damages this precious sea life that we harbour so much.
So, at the end of each episode, I always end with do not dial 000 unless it's an emergency. Here's Steve now to conclude our Circular Key program with that.
Yeah, as Barry says, he's reminding you about the number we always rely on, 000, only for emergencies. And so it's goodbye from us here on Circular Key. Hope you've enjoyed the show, and we'll catch you sometime, someplace, who knows where, in the future.
And don't forget, we've still got the wrap-up to come back at the studio, and we do hope that you will join Steve Ward and I in the near future on future episodes, but who knows? And like we said, get on a ferry and get over here, you will love it. There's key seafoods, there's lots to see and do here. Here's Steve now to take us out with that message.
Okay, yeah, just get out and about in this great city and enjoy yourself. It's a great place to look around.
And remember, like I've just said, if it's not in the bin, it's on you. So on that note, guys, that's it from our Circular Key outing today. And from one outing, we will do the wrap-up at Cremorne on Steve's phone, but from me, from myself, Barry Fair, and Steve Wood, thanks so much for your company on this beautiful day. Look at it, get it on the ferry, guys. You will love it. Here's Steve to tell you about it.
Just watch out for seagulls that really want your lunch more than you do.
And that's the closing message. Watch out for seagulls, guys, because they will go.
They will.
And from us now, from Circular Key, see you back at the studio for the wrap-up. Thanks for your company today. Time is 4 minutes after 1 o'clock. We're off back to get the ferry back to Cremorne now. Here's Steve for his farewell.
Ferries at 1:30. Ferries are every half an hour. Very great service. So no excuse not to get out and about here. Get out, enjoy.
And like we said at Cremorne, we were like a rocking rock today. Here he is.
That's right. So all the wolves over here, you can actually see them now, Barry. If you look over there, you can see the wolves moving around on the water. So that's why you get that feeling that you're actually on the boat before you're actually on the boat.
So we're off now to catch the ferry back. Thanks for your company today on the show. We'll see you back at the studio to do a final wrap-up of our show. And Steve, what a pleasure it has been today.
Great day, Barry. Thanks very much for your company.
And thanks for your company too. I'm Barry Dick. See you back at the studio, ladies and gentlemen. And next week, it's not goodbye, but it's see you later from Steve. And next week we'll be reviewing this marvelous day out again, so we'll tell you all about it. So thanks for your company today, and we'll see you next time. And from us now, bye-bye.
Yeah, there it is.
Good morning again, viewers, and here we are near the Doyle's Fish Cafe, and I promised you the story of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Now, the Sydney Harbour Bridge, guys, is Sydney's famous landmark built for Australians, made by Australians for Australians. Now, the history of the bridge. Now, Dr. J.J.C. Bradfield had chosen a different bridge, but he had chosen an arch bridge. Now, work on this bridge began in September 1926.
Yeah, that's right.
And it took 6 years to build. Now, this is the southern approach there, which you can see, and the northern approach, which is near Milton's Point Station. So there, that's the north. That's the southern approach and the northern approach. And you can see a couple of choppers flying overhead there. And here now it's Steve. Good morning again.
Good morning, Barry. That's what you get when you do live reporting, Barry. You get choppers flying overhead, interrupting your very excellent introduction there, Barry.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Keep going, Barry. I'm very interested in the history of the bridge.
So, firstly, the foundations for the bridge. So, if a building is constructed, the foundations must be laid. Here's my Alzheimer.
That's right. I think they did one side first. Barry did the other. Yeah, they built the pylons on one side first,
And then the other.
and then the other, and then they completed the span. 6 years, you say it took.
Yep, and then the first to be built was the arch. Now, creeper cranes were used on the arch.
Creeper crane.
Creeper.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the first to be built after the northern and southern pylons were completed. Now, the southern approaches to the bridge were completed in late 1928, and by early 1929, the main erection on the bridge started to take shape. Now, there were fabrication workshops near where Luna Park and the Olympic pool
Oh, yeah.
now stand.
Okay.
So Luna Park is over there
Yeah.
on the northern side, and you've got Dawes Point, which is over here. Here's my offside
That's right. I didn't know that's what. Is that where they did all the fabrication then, Barry, for the
for the steel
for the
work.
steelworks? Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Very interesting.
So we are by 1930. The arch was only a few meters apart,
Okay.
and so and then it was time for the deck level to be constructed too. Now, sadly enough, there were deaths whilst building this iconic bridge.
Were there?
Yeah, there were. So there was no safety harnesses, just hats and things like that.
That's right, Barry, yeah.
And when building anything such as the bridge, okay, safety had to come first, but it didn't. Here's my
It's
upside.
amazing, isn't it? What we did in the years gone by, Barry, that, you know, without all the safety precautions that we have in place today, you wonder if it would have ever got built.
Now, by 10 p.m. on the 19th of August, 1930, the two half of the arch were complete, and there was a big celebration.
I bet there was.
And then the construction of the deck, which is the roadway for the railway and the tramway, was constructed. Here's my upside.
Right, okay, so they built the archway, yeah, joined the archways, and then they must have lowered all the supporting pieces for the roadway, Barry, did they? And was it originally built as a road or a railway?
Well, all of it.
It was both, was it?
So that's the railway on the left side,
Yeah.
and then the roadway.
Was that how it was originally always built?
Yes.
Yes. Ah, okay.
And there's another chopper flying overhead.
I think it's the same one, going round and round.
A lot of people riding in a chopper over the bridge.
Yeah, could be.
And by 1932, the bridge was open.
Oh, was it? Yeah, just 6 years later.
Yeah.
Wow. It's quite an engineering feat, isn't it, in 6 years, with the technology they had in 1926. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yep, so if you have ever caught the train from Circular Quay Station, okay, the train will come up onto the deck and stop at North Sydney Station.
That's right.
So, the Harbour Bridge was open on Saturday, the 19th of March, 1932, and there were 2-week celebrations.
Was it really?
There was. But unfortunately, there was a man called Francis de Groot who slashed the ribbon with his sword and said, "I declare the bridge open." And he was fined £5 for doing it.
Was he really? Was he really? Was he not meant to open it then?
Well, Premier Jack Lang, okay, opened the bridge.
Oh, right. Okay. So there was an intruder who forced his way in and slashed the ribbon with a sword.
Yep, he went,
And his name was Francis de Groot.
yeah,
Oh, right. I never knew that. And that was all on the opening ceremony.
yeah,
Oh, wow. How interesting, Barry. And he was fined £5. So.
£5.
Which is probably about £50,000 today.
Yeah.
Wow. How interesting, Barry.
So,
He gate crashed it.
so the ribbon was tied together again.
That's what they did.
And there's that chopper up there.
Yeah.
What chopper was it?
I don't know, but it's got a camera on the front. It's got a big camera on the front.
A news
So it must be a news channel. And there goes the Manly Ferry.
so the Harbour Bridge, right, in Sydney, one of Sydney's most famous landmarks. Here's my offside.
That's right. I think you should turn around, Barry, and give the viewers a good look at it. So, you know, get you in your chair. So just turn yourself around.
Right,
Yep.
let's show you our iconic bridge.
Let's do that, Barry. You do that in your chair. You just get it in the background. So you can see a beautiful Sydney Cove. Round the cove. That's it. It's from this way a bit, Barry.
Is that right?
Yeah, more towards me. More towards me. Yeah, and there you go. Should have the bridge there beautifully in your background. Yeah, it's a bit bright with the sun, but that's a beautiful view.
And look at that. And we hope that you've enjoyed our story on the Harbour Bridge. Here's my
Well,
offside.
I've certainly learnt plenty. I didn't know about Francis de Groot, and I'm never going to forget that now, Barry.
And just to give you an idea of where the parts came from, parts for the bridge came from Scotland and all over the world. And over here, viewers, is the rocks. Look at that.
Yep, Sydney Cove. I'll tell you what is surprising there, Barry. All the restaurants are closed up. And it's usually full of people.
And look at that. Usually there are crowds of people over here having their lunch.
Yeah.
But unfortunately today, it's like a ghost town here. So also over here is pancakes on the rocks. Now, so we do hope that you've enjoyed hearing about the iconic Sydney Harbour Bridge. Here's my offside.
That's right. I'm sure there'll be more to come. But from now and the bridge, I think that's goodbye from the bridge, isn't it?
Well,
And we'll catch you around lunchtime.
and we'll catch you around lunchtime. But remember, before we go, if you have any rubbish, dispose of it in the bins provided. Don't be a tussle and go.
No tossing.
Here's my offside.
No tossing. Listen to Barry. Okay, Buzz?
And that's all from the bridge. I'm Barry Deer, and we'll see you at lunchtime. Let's go and see what there is.
Absolutely.
Well, I hope that you've enjoyed the following footage that I have presented, of some of the videos that I have presented throughout 2021. And I do hope that you all have a Merry Christmas and a safe New Year. And for those that have moved on, I wish you well for the remaining days of 2021 and wish you a happy and healthy 2022. And episode 317 is coming up on Tuesday with Kate Thomas and myself, so please do watch the final edition of the Best of the Daily Wraps on Tuesday. I can't wait to bring it to you. So, from me now, a very good evening to you all, and I will talk to you on Tuesday. So, Have a great evening, and I will see you on Tuesday. Good evening, everyone.